At the Rubinoff here, guys, we have a basic haircut, which a customer wants with a 3.5, faded, and texture on top with no part or anything like that. We call it messy on top. And I will show you how to do a blend. And there's 3 ways of cutting his hair with 3.5. Some people like to have it low, some people like to have it medium, or some people like to go high and then blend it. In this case, I would do a medium. I would go up to here and then blend the bottom and then blend the line. And I will try to explain to you which number goes after which number to do the right blend. So we're starting off with 3.5. The trick is when you do the buzz cut, try not to leave the visible line. What I do is, when I go with the buzzer, I lift my buzzer a little bit up so the line is not that noticeable and it's easy for you to blend the line. It's important how you hold your buzzer. So now I'm gonna take number 1.5 and do the bottom, because the bottom grows fastest than anything else on the head. It's 1.5. And again, it's important on which angle you use the buzzer. I usually do it like this, so you don't make a hole and overcut it. If I push my blade now, you're gonna see a hole, which is, I call it like what, 90 degree, 100 degree. Thing on the bottom here, not too high up. When you see that the hair grows up, all you do is flip the buzzer and go down. Pay attention, guys, to the angle of the buzzer. You prefer to be straight line or natural? No, straight line? Yeah. After 1.5, you put number 1 to blend. Some people like to do it with 1/8 or 1.5 just to be on the safe side, but you know, when you have experience, I go with the 1 over the comb to blend the line. And it's very important how you hold your comb. Some barbers like to have a bigger comb. I like the smaller comb because it's, I don't know, it's easier for me. Like I said in previous videos, your left hand, if you're a righty, is important how you control your comb. Your right hand is just a helper for your left hand. And as you can see, it has some colics here, which you have to be careful. If you overcut it, it's going to stick up. And also try to look at the mirror, because that's your help to see if both sides are evenly blended, which this one is a little bit lower. Now after you blend this, just to be on the safe side, you can take 3 3/4, because we did 3.5. So I'm doing 3 3/4, and I'm just going over the line again. To blend it even more. So that's 3 3/4, guys. Usually when you do it 3.5, like I said, you finish off the bottom with 1.5, and after I will outline it, I will use number 1 for his sideburns. because the sideburns get thick right away. So again, this is a 3 3/4. We're going over the line, which was already blended. And I will repeat this again, guys. Try to be gentle. Feel the skin, feel the ears. Don't put your head on top of the customer hair. He has to relax. He's here to relax. I like to clean it up before I put some water so it doesn't stick on the cape. I always say when in any jobs, you have to have a plan of action, where to start and where to finish. If you have that, you're good. So basically, he just wants to clean up. We're gonna do 1/4 inch on top. We're not gonna use thinning shears on him, but I will texture his top after this technique. I will show you guys how to texture it with scissors over comb without using the thinning shears. And this is the texturing technique that I'm going to use over the comb, just to go against the grain a little bit, and that's how you texture it. This is the tricky part right here. I will show you guys the old-fashioned technique for some of you at home also, when you have straight hair and sticks up. We're going to use a little bit of a razor cut to get the frizzy hair out. This is a great tool for some of you who doesn't want to use the straight edge. This is a razor with the edges, so you don't overdo it. So basically I'm going to use this tool to get the frizzy hair out so it doesn't stick too much. I'm just going to use a little bit of a thinning shears right here because this part is a little thick, it grows that way, so it's not bushy. And I will do it with the grain, not against the grain, so it doesn't stick up more. I'll just go with the grain. That's it, not too much. You guys might want to check the top. A little bit longer right here. Now we're gonna outline it. I will use also fading techniques with the 0. Be gentle by the ears because this thing is sharp. You can easily cut. And like I said on the previous video, guys, now I'm just doing outline, preparing, but I will also check his line as soon as I open the cape. Like I said before, it might look straight when the cape is on, but when you open the cape, the skin gets loose, and that's when you probably can see that the line is not straight. So I like to double check after I open the cape. It's must. Also, the trick is a lot of barbers, when they do the outline, they take the line too high up. A lot of customers don't like that. The trick is I follow the ears and I add 2 more fingers, and you go from 2 fingers, you make the line. So it's not too low, it's not too high. But if the customer likes it high, he will always tell you, bring it a little bit higher. So now I'm just taking the wall, putting a number 1, and doing the sideburns on the angle. Don't push it like this because you're gonna end up doing a hole. So you're going on a 90-degree and you just go up a little bit. So the sideburns are nice and thin. It gives the customer some time because again, sideburns grow the fastest and the ears. So we go a little bit here. So it's nice and blended. We can do a little bottom here too, not too deep. Some parts where it grows thicker, so it looks nice and even. With the corner of the buzzer, you don't have to go with the whole blade. And again, when the hair is dry, you see some leftovers where you can touch up. Like I said before, the mistakes you can see when the hair is dry, not wet. When it's wet, you can hide your leftovers, your mistakes. I mean, we all do them. So now when I open the cape, you already can see that the right side went down a little bit. So we're gonna fix that now. Yep, just a bit right here. Shave the neck with a straight razor?
What's that?
Shave the neck with a straight razor?
Sometimes, yeah.
Do you want me to shave it?
No, you don't have to know.
No. I also like to ask from a customer, because some people like to shave, some people don't like to shave, so I rather ask. And sometimes summertime people get irritated. The skin is so I like to ask. Enjoy it, okay?